Hey guys, Chris, Tabletop Sports Delaware, and welcome to the Commissioner's Corner. We are having our Week 2 wrap-up for the Delmarva Football League using Fast Drive Football by Al Wilson. Fantastic game, definitely worth checking it out. So let's go ahead and do the Dink Dink. And we all love the Dink Dink because it's Dink, 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 Dink. 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 Here we go. Delmarva Football League. A little bit shaping up here in the standings. Chesapeake Division. Chestertown, the Geese, they are alone at the top at the moment at 2-0 with 2 division games under their belt. We have a 4-way tie for 1-1 with Pocomoke City, Easton, Cape Charles, and the Onancock Indians. Cambridge Bridgers are 0-2 at this time. You can see points scored, points allowed, and turnover ratio. As for the Delaware Division as well, we've got 2 teams atop at 2-0, the Salisbury Arbiters and the Ocean City Surf. At 1-1, we have the Rehoboth Beach Walkers and the Dover Senators. And at 0-2 in this young season, the Georgetown Junction and the Newark Northmen. And you can see win-loss, percentage, points scored, points allowed, turnover ratio. We've got our Week 2 games to cover. First, the Easton, Maryland Sentinels traveled to Cambridge, Maryland to take on the Bridgers, and the Sentinels walked away with a 38-7 win. Scored 14 in the first quarter, 14 in the second quarter, 10 in the third quarter. First score of the game was a field goal by Cambridge, not a touchdown. Oh my goodness, I did it wrong, and I'm going to have to make a correction right here on the show. Because, yeah, I'm not perfect, but that's okay. I'm allowed to be. C3, so that is actually a 3, not a 7, which means take 4 points away from Cambridge. Cambridge has only scored 34. And that means Easton has only allowed 34. Got to get that right. We got to be accurate. So there you go. Yeah, 38-3. Wow. Yeah, 3 points. That was it. First score after an interception of an Easton pass. And then it was all Sentinels all the way through that game. Second game was the Onancock, Virginia Indians. They traveled down Route 13 to Cape Charles to take on the Pointers, and they won that game 31-12. Hard-fought game. Third quarter, a lot of points put up. 10 by the Indians, 6 by the Pointers, but Cape Charles could only manage the field goals. 4 field goals. They could not crossed the goal line, and Onancock won that game handily, as did Easton in their game. And the third game of Week 2, Pocomoke City. Pocomoke City, what are they? I forget. It's right there on the screen. The Rounders. Pocomoke City Rounders. They traveled to Chestertown, Maryland to take on the Geese, and Chestertown, of course, being 2-0. Spoiler alert. They won that game 41-27. The first quarter was Chestertown touchdown, Pocomoke touchdown, Chestertown touchdown, Pocomoke touchdown, Chestertown touchdown. 3 missed extra points on those touchdowns, if you can believe that. So it was 19-13 after the first quarter. And Pocomoke City just kind of lost a handle on it. An extra score for Chestertown in the third, an unanswered touchdown, and also a safety for Chestertown in the fourth quarter. So 41-27, that was your final there. Rehoboth Beach hosting the Georgetown Junction as the Walkers win a squeaker there, 31-27. Close game all the way. Georgetown coming back in the fourth quarter, being down 24-17. They score a touchdown to tie it up. Rehoboth Beach scores a touchdown to go up by 7. Georgetown kicks a field goal and then a pair of punts, and that's the end of the game. So Rehoboth Beach came up victorious in that game. Salisbury Arbiters and the Newark Northmen. Salisbury traveled north, and Newark was unable to come out with this one. Final score: Salisbury 24, Newark 21. Field goal by Salisbury in the third quarter, that was a difference. Newark scored a touchdown in the second, third, and fourth quarter, but lost by 3 as Salisbury, as you can see, 2-0 there in the win-loss, kind of what counts, 2 wins. But it was a very close game the whole way. It was no runaway and comeback. It was a very tough game. And then, of course, we have our final game there, the game of the week, which was televised yesterday. The Ocean City Surf traveled to Dover, Delaware to take on the Senators. And Dover looked to have it in hand. Ocean City started with an early field goal in the first quarter. Then Dover came back with a couple of touchdown passes in the second quarter to take a 14-3 lead at halftime. A couple of really long drives ate up the third quarter, just resulted in punts. And then Ocean City with a touchdown pass, forced Dover to punt. Ocean City with a field goal, forced Dover to punt. Ocean City with a field goal. Dover had a chance for a field goal to take the 17-16 lead on the next to last drive of the game, and it dinked off the crossbars. They missed a roll by 1. Ocean City knelt on the ball, and that was it, 16-14 for the Surf. So we have our games coming up for week 3. The Cambridge Bridgers are going to travel to Dover to take on the Senators. The Cape Charles Pointers are going to go to Georgetown, Delaware to take on the Junction. The Newark Northmen are going to host Chestertown as the Geese fly north for the summer. That's what they do. Easton Sentinels of Easton, Maryland are traveling to OC to take on the Surf. The Pocomoke City, Maryland Rounders are going to go north on Route 13 to take on the Salisbury Arbiters. And our game of the week is going to be the Onancock Indians of Onancock, Virginia, traveling to the beach, to the boardwalk, to take on the Walkers of Rehoboth Beach. So that is our Commissioner's Corner, our wrap-up for Week 2 of the Delmarva Football League, the inaugural season. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions or comments? Definitely. Put it down there in a doobly-doo. I like talking. Slightly more than I like typing letters onto a screen, but I like doing that too, so don't hesitate. Guys, thank you very much for watching. This is Commissioner Chris coming to you live from Strat Central for the Delmarva Football League. Thank you, everybody, and keep on rolling.